Так, всем привет! Сегодня продолжаем проходить Рыцари Старой Республики 2. В прошлый раз остановились на Татуине, Дантуине, около Анклава. Вот. Будем разгребать тут все эти дела, произошедшие. Вот. Так. Про меч. На чем я там остановился? Реликвии прошлого. Так, вероятно, что в районах Анклава джедаев в Дантуине все еще скрыты некоторые джедайские артефакты. Дилан сказал, что нужно получить разрешение у управляющей Адрии из Кунды, чтобы посетить их. Ну, окей. Хорошо.
A weakness is revealed. You are no match for us. I will silence this one. Soon you shall know. I shall let this one see.
Так, край, как всегда, от души накидывает на нас бафу. Отлично.
You are no match for us.
Ну, чё кто такие? Мандалорцы.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it? What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak. You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but themselves for their problems. So the galaxy has dealt them a bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. The Administrator is different. Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the galaxy. The really skilled usually wind up here. A Sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper for Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to wage war. We had a contract with the Republic, doing some work in the Outer Rim. But they scaled back, and we were some of the casualties. Now the Republic isn't hiring anymore. I hear they have no credits. I have time to kill. It's just another spaceport to me. We've been here too long for my tastes. And the settlers... We have to live somewhere. Something those settlers don't seem to understand. That flaming administrator and her cath hound Zeron can't keep their noses out of our business. There's a natural order to things that they just don't seem to get. They'll learn. Just make sure these settlers know their place. The Republic isn't going to send a single trainee to help this planet. It galls me to think they're on...
Can I help you? Just trying to make a living. At least there's still people in the galaxy who know our value. It's not glamorous work, but a man has to eat, right? I've heard the rumors too. There's no way I'm gonna fight for some upstart warrior who styles himself as Mandalore. We didn't pick a new Mandalore when the last one was killed, and maybe we're better off without one.
Надо было Кендру с собой взять. Он тебе пару ласковых сказал бы. Что здесь есть? Равнины Кунды. Эти уже жуки вылезли из твоих пещер. Я их помню прекрасно. Что у нас там, пещера, да? По-моему, о, пещера кристаллов. Как раз то, что нужно.
My life for your.
Вообще-то я тебя не спрашивал. Так, рукопашный бой. Новый уровень. 4 компьютера. Воодушевление сподвижников прокачалось. Это животные, нафиг оно надо. Было бы еще здесь куча животных, которые могли бы помочь мне в чем-то. Бесполезная способность. Боевая медитация пускай качается. Что там мочит вот? Хорошо. Сейчас жизни подкинем.
Soon you shall know. To battle. I shall let this one see.
Так, тут еще остатки.
You are no match for us.
Воскрешалка, последний уровень, способность позволяет джедаю вернуть жизненную энергию падшему союзнику. 10% точков здоровья. Раз способности, еще что-то можно, да? Можно и скорость закачать. аптечки. Так, что-то там еще, по-моему, было, да? Все. Пусто. А, вот обломки. Вот эта пещера дошел как раз. Так, просел 3-й уровень, обходной. Отмычка, короче.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you. Echoes. I feel echoes of the Force here. Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect Force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Конечно, почувствует. Если Ревана почувствовала героиню, и это и Крей, вся партия. Так, расскажи мне больше про
The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers. The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
Это не проблема.
To battle.
Да. Так, опал. Солид. Сразу 2 кристалла. Что, все что ли?
Митрасурик. The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber. Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve. The crystal is in tune with you. It will use whatever water that pours through you, be it dark or light.
Все, нет. Ну, в первой части здесь больше было кристаллов. Ладно. Так. Как раз то, что нужно, а то у меня световой меч совсем слабенький. Ну, а он тоже должен бить по врагам. Сила-то силой, конечно, но сабля тут должна тоже какой-то урон наносить. Там, по-моему, за мужиком пойдем.
Yutapak mito, hai bes nikra dochim mapao krawenosha. What a lord chiba fuso bachila nuba chubanok. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa. Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawaka chuba, sura dachi morotuko gansa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come giusmak miki baranye so река чондин, вона маграбле мого.
Да и похрен, пускай попробуют. Какая проблема, сколько их уже было?
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come giusmak miki baranye so река чондин, вона маграбле мого. Kavanatagalu, Kavanami Donkey Krato. Huta Yanolia, Jukta Genichu Bawanki, Najung Winoton Ma, no Mivrita. Kavanatagalu, Kavanami Donkey Krato. Yatuka Uwanrika Chotin Wani Maurata Wakata Chi Luma Lithpa. Bram Tabanin Sochu. Da come Jusmak Miki Baranye so Rika Chondin, Wana Magrable Mogo. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye so rika chondin. Wana kavanatagalu. Krempawi cho simurangta weba gonorimbo. Harandoto, Jun sorito mas, Jurun makagrodo soto. Yat Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo.
Ну, не вписываешься, так не вписываешься, пошли тебя. Давите дротик. В общем, тут делать нечего. Пойдем. Так-то сейчас надо бы на корабль вернуться, но пока не буду. Сейчас побегу тут в окрестностях.
What is it?
Так, Рэй, у тебя есть скорость? Ну-ка, долбани-ка. Так. Ой. Так, сейчас я кое-что сделаю. Сейчас на 5 минут пауза будет. Может и меньше. Ну что, поехали дальше. Так, мы тут немножко загнали хрен знает куда. Так, это кто такой?
Yes.
Может, вы отойдете нахрен, а?
How may I serve?
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory. A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
Так, почему вы этим занимаетесь?
I'm one of the Kunda militia. They need all the able bodies they can get. I was a Republic custom inspector before I came back home. Now I'm the closest thing the militia's got to an investigator. I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something, hmm? It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken. No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Так, Сэдди расследует смерть фермера, который нес атмосферные датчики в Кунду. Попросил вас поискать все, что могло быть связано со смертью фермера, особенно сами датчики. Он предложил вам по 1000 кредитов за нахождение каждого сломанных датчиков. Нормально так. Побегаем, посмотрим, что тут есть. Вот датчики поищем. Помнится, в первой части здесь такая музыка прикольная была. Теперь ни музыки, ни джедаев, ничего, одни руины. Это послевоенные дела. События происходят. Это нахрен разрушено. В упадке. Так, а это что у нас получается? Парадный вход.
What do you want now? She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here would be mercenaries. We'd had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here. The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a bandit is just a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, food, or whatever just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath Hounds, but nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible. A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Cath Hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible, so there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. So the disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more accident-prone.
Я так понял, что это та самая парочка здесь завидует,
Do you
которую я
actually
спас.
believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Давай
Unless somebody
попробуем.
beats you to it.
Прямо сейчас. Давай, нападай.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a prosperous community. They brought us nothing but trouble.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask. Garavik is a salvager, the worst one of the lot. Try to stay clear of him. He's a dangerous one to cross. Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now, if you like. You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary. The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Anzeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components. Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right. If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy. The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too. No, I couldn't. If you're really interested in that, just speak to Zeron. Certainly. What do you want to know?
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here. Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits. It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late.
I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind, they favor the salvagers.
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that. A lot of farm... I suppose you could. Actually,
if you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modular...
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the... That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Еще одно задание. Отвечу нам.
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
О, здрасте. Ты на месте.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed? Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours? And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. My point is that the previous owner of that ship was a very influential Jedi, and Jedi are not as admired here as they once were. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence. Indeed, true coincidence seems very rare in the affairs of Jedi. But I should tell you, my friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
Так. За мной не посылал, но я хотел встретиться. Здесь был магистр Врок. Что с ним случилось?
Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
Так, я начинаю опасаться худшего. Вы не будете против сходить в руины Анклава и поискать его? Я сделаю все.
You're fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with? Like many parts of Dantooine, the sub-level of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called Laygrex have made the sub-level their home. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the Laygrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. Is there anything else I can assist you with? There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around. To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended. I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their minds or spoke up, it could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep your identity secret. Who do you want to know about? There are 3 groups of people on the planet right now. The settlers, salvagers, and the mercenaries. Mercenaries have been a problem for Dantooine since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. When the Jedi Enclave was here, they were firmly kept in check. But now, relations are uneasy between us. Their leader, Azkul, was a Sith trooper during the war, and I have no doubt he was very good at his job. Until they find work, tensions will grow. If you want to know more, I suggest you talk with Barun in the militia headquarters. He would have more details. They are a necessary inconvenience. Money has been a great concern to us, ever since the Sandrals and Matalays were removed during the Jedi Civil War. The agricultural exports we produce just cover basic maintenance. To expand and prosper, we needed credits, so we had to exploit a valuable resource we had, the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. It was not a decision lightly made, and even then we couldn't do the work ourselves. Too dangerous, and every settler matters on our small world. So we opened the door to enterprising salvagers. The salvagers you see now are the last remnants of that force. The tithe we took from their claims sustains what semblance of government you see now. Dantooine is one of the younger worlds of the Republic. A couple of generations ago, this world was still untamed. We made great progress, in no small part due to the Jedi. But recently, we have been losing ground. During the war, the most prominent settler families either fled or were executed by the Sith. Losing their resources and the Jedi was too great a loss. But now we are organizing and starting to truly work together. Once we achieve that, I am confident that Dantooine can be safe and prosperous again. No, I suppose I'm not. We need the Republic and always have. We aren't self-sufficient yet and we need aid. The fate of the Telos project is intimately tied to our own. The most humanitarian elements of the Senate have put their careers at stake in the rebuilding of Telos. If those efforts succeed, their prominence will grow and further aid will be given freely. But if they fail, there are colder, more authoritative elements in the Senate that could come to power. They would think nothing of leaving the strategically unimportant worlds to their own devices. That would be a tragic day for Dantooine and many other worlds. The Republic is in flux. Its final shape is uncertain. Certainly.
Так. Искупление. У джедаев на Дантуине крайне плохая репутация, даже хуже, чем в остальной части галактики. Тайный анклав джедаев на Дантуине стал во время гражданской войны джедаев причиной прихода ситхов-оккупантов. Если репутация джедаев не будет восстановлена, то это может обернуться проблемами. Получили разрешение, управляющий на посещение анклава, блуждающий среди теней. Управляющий Тарина Адария втайне поддерживала связь с магистром джедаем Вруком. Ее пришлось держать это в секрете, так как она боялась возможного политического скандала. Перед вашим прибытием Врук отправился смотреть руины анклава. С тех пор его никто не видел. Так, датчики поискать надо тут будет. Ну, а ты что скажешь?
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavik. Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right. I'm Barun Modril. I'm Captain Zeron's right-hand man. I help run the militia here. Well, that makes it sound more important than I am. Zeron takes a hands-on role in running the militia. If you have any real trouble, you'd have to go to him anyway. This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well then maybe he should be replaced. Just look around. See if Zeron's up to something on the side. Something that'll hurt the fragile peace we got with the mercenaries. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it. I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose. I'll tell you... Oh, you heard about that. We have so much to look into that Sulru's concern is pretty low on our list. We asked the salvagers, but they claim that the salvager responsible is nowhere to be found. I don't know what Sadie is up to. He's working directly with Zeron on that investigation. Sorry, I can't help. All right, stay out of...
Так, Берун Мадрул сказал вам, что Зерон провоцирует наемников уже не один месяц и нарастил напряжение между ними и поселенцами. Беруна более дружеские отношения с наемниками. Он считает, что для всех будет лучше, если Зерон отойдет от дел. Берун уверен, что Зерон что-то задумал, но не знает, что именно. Если вы могли доказать, что Зерон ставит под угрозу переговоры с наемником, Берун мог бы воспользоваться этим, чтобы восстановить отношения между двумя лагерями.
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, wata gratongchi muli, posoma britushni, posoma brit, pos. Hoshmanfu ni wado ni kuta masapa, tongi wamaji, yumali bato, Hoshmanfu ni wado ni kuta mas, in. Parachi no sukangkadon, makamando runo intervela ino. Yunisidom kanakin mochi so akatla, inkin kunma bolira michiki kun. Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikatsan. Wala kun bisking mupal muliras nemo poiduana. Pararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inososh miki sa winsor michi inkaranich wi okapom. Niko bolotong la do chong now. Barachi no sukankadon, makabando runo intervela ino. Unisidom. Barachi no sukankadon, makabando runo intervela ino. Unisidom kanakin mochi so akatla. Inkin kunma bolira michi. Bararanta miki sikosos. Yewenarama inososh miki sa winsor michi inka. Hoshmanfu ni poso.
Да.
Fasas.
Птички. Мантия серого джедая. Кристалл. Харизма, мудрость. Плюс 1 урон, звук. Закрыто.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it? I see. Well, what's your reason for coming to militia headquarters? There are better places to explore and better people to know. I'm sure you have your reasons, though. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something? I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it. Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things. Very. The Kinrath you see on the plains aren't as tough as the ones inside the caves. They may not look much different, but they are tough. That's all you want. I'll tell you what I tell all those grubby salvagers. No body, no claim. I'm no longer even looking at wills or credit notes, and if you think that's gruesome, then go space yourself.
Скажу вам то же, что говорил всем вонючим сталкерам. Нет тела, нет заявления. Я больше даже не смотрю на это завещание кредитной записи. Если вам оно не кажется обидным, тогда сдуйтесь в космос. А вот грабить-то не надо.
You want something? Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable all the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garavik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something? I'll tell you what He did he? What's this about? is with those people. They're like Minox and a power converter sucking the life out of us. So he's asked you to go looking into what I'm up to. If I didn't need every last man here. Appreciate. All right, I can use your help. But you can't tell anyone. There's a mercenary captain near what's left of the Jedi Enclave's courtyard. His name is Dopak. Just tell him that I said, go ahead. That's all. You have questions, but it's like this conversation never happened, got it? Just do it. It'll help out Kunda. We can talk more later.
The honor.
Так, что у нас? Персонаж достиг совершенства использования сетовым мечом и грацией. Ну, можно. Ловкость, физическая сила сейчас повысится. Так, воскрешалка. 8, 6, 6 до 28 урон. Довольно бить будет. Да нахрена тебе сила? Может, противников. Это у меня консула, она же этот самый воин. Так, что он мне сказал? Так, бонусная миссия смена караула. Вы убедили Зерна, что вам можно доверять. Я попросил вас передать сообщение Далеку в лагерь, если вы доверитесь. Так, а чё, я же туда ходил.
It's you. You want... Wait, you...
Крей у нас, короче, ходячий телепорт. Получается. Крей как телепорт, раз появился, раз исчезла. Короче, тут так все неприятно запутано опять этим Дантуином. Ну да ладно. Пещера кристаллов. Это у меня получается... Опять туда идти.
I hear you.
Угу. Побежали. Надеюсь, что я не ошибаюсь в этом деле. Атмосферный датчик. Опа! Так, вы нашли 3 сломанных атмосферных датчика. Сэнди сказал, что заплатит 1000 кредитов за каждый. Он, вероятно, все еще расследует аварию с вудбайка на равнине Кунда. Не зря сходил. Получается, равнина другая совсем. Пещера совсем другая. Хорошо.
The honor is...
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric... That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them. Thanks for your help on this. Here are the credits, as promised. I'll get this to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
Так, все. Датчики я нашел.
I hear you.
Who is that? You go down into the sub-levels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense? It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open. Yeah, well, good.
One class for ruiny. Заперто так, не с этой стороны. Я по привычке, по-моему, захожу с этой левой стороны.
My life is yours. Yes? I hear you.
Хотя, может, побочки повыполнять, что-то я хрен его знает. Так, планета активности. Так, заблудший джедай, раз задание здесь. Нижние этажи. Не хочу я сюда идти. Пока что. Я пошел. Помогите мне выйти отсюда. Пока что рановато пока сюда. Надо разобраться с всякими там наемниками. Не знаю пока куда кинуться здесь. Что здесь выполнять? Квестов не так много, но они, блин, так разбросаны здесь. Трындец.
I don't suppose you're here to hire us. It's been a long time since we've had a paying job. Some of us are getting jumpy. I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it.
А ну-ка, что скажешь, когда тебе сам Кендрус придет?
Look who's walked into our camp, boys. Mandalore himself has come to visit us.
I am the new Mandalore. I have reclaimed Mandalore's helmet, lost after our defeat at Revan's hands. Assemble the rest of your clan. You will return to Duxon. We must come together as we were before and prepare to fight a new war. A war that will return us to glory.
And if I take that helmet from you, guess that makes me the new Mandalore. I've always wanted to be called that. I know all about your exploits, Mandalore. We have fallen far in the past years, but even still, I will not stand idly while a usurper claims to be my leader.
It is unfortunate that you feel that way. Perhaps I'll be able to change your mind. Stay out of this. This is my fight.
Не твой, да твой.
No one crosses me.
No, Mandalore. We will follow you.
Good. I have no desire to spill any more Mandalorian blood today. Gather your clan and return to Duxon. You have seen the last of your mercenary days.
Yes, Mandalore.
Кстати, надо бы на наш Шадар вернуться.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Какими успехами?
Can't wait for those salvagers to ship off this planet.
I don't suppose...
Так, еще раз. Топливо, высокие ставки. Уровень пункт, здесь вознаграждение. Я же их зачистил, по сути. Там, по-моему, другой пещеры-то нет. Разве это не она была? И так-то получается все дороги ведут вниз. В анклав джедаев. Да. Сейчас разберусь с пещерой, что и можно будет все-таки сходить. Только одна пещера, другой я что-то не вижу.
Yatuka. Yatuka.
Ну, вряд ли связан с этим. Пещеры тут нету другой. Как бы отбирать-то я у него не стану, мне надо. Знаешь, не нужно. Я так как бы играю за хорошего персонажа. Так что...
Thanks for helping out the militia.
Внутренний двор анклава. Ладно. Фиг с ним. Пойдем все-таки в анклав джедаев. Чтобы здесь делать нечего.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Brevity is indeed an understated virtue. I will get to, as you say, my point. A question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? A powerful Jedi holocron? You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come. I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits. How did you know? Will I never unload this accursed thing? This isn't my fault. You can't blame me. This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap. No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers, incidents like this were common. But now there are few of us, and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can make it home to my family and children. You with all your observations. I'm not going to talk to you about the holocron anymore. So, what should we talk about? You should talk to Durala. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the ruins of the Enclave. I believe that the thief has to be living in the sub-level, because I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was dark and the...
Говнюк, а? О, говнюк, а? Решил мне закинуть левый голокрон. Ладно, пойдем в нижний этаж. Ну так, кстати, здесь такого не было. Сады появились, водопады всякие.
A weakness is revealed.
You are no match for us. A weakness is revealed. My life is yours.
What is it? It is open.
Открыла. Так, электробластер систок. Получен предмет. Мертвый сталкер. Так, опыт. Мы нашли тело одного из сталкеров, которого ищет Диралла.
How may I serve?
Yes. Fallen.
A weakness is revealed. A weakness is revealed. Soon you shall know pain.
Ну куда ты побежала, блин, сейчас бы мину забрал.
A weakness is revealed.
Так, задача 446 Б. Главный техник Даргар Частер. Я расследую здесь жалобу по заседанию по заеданию двери в кладовую. Происшествие за недавним переполохом пришедшее за недавним переполохом из-за дефектного полыхающего чего? Протокольного дроида. Мой помощник Таран, если что, откроет эту дверь. Короче, кладовка, дверь закрыта.
How may I serve? I hear you.
Загруз потерпевал. Ну, это, конечно, простой способ. Датапад, комната с припасами. Этот дневник был найден возле обглоданного скелета одного из сталкеров. Последняя запись вызывает интерес. Я прошел вглубь анклава дальше всех остальных сталкеров. Я нашел нетронутую комнату с припасами. Компьютерная станция распределения энергии должен позволить мне открыть эту защищенную дверь. Как только я найду способ обратиться к незамеченным. Пробраться между дикими насекомыми, некоторые, которые построили гнезда, я покину Дентуин богатым.
Weakness is revealed. I shall make this one see. A weakness is revealed.
Так, еще одна панель управления.
I shall make this one.
Здрасте, приехали.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know? No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days. It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies. Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed. Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have, but you know this. Many Jedi defied the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War. There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing. Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order. I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain? Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions. What else would you like to know? I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters. The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim. Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come. Dantooine was one of the few Republic worlds on the Outer Rim. It is why the Republic is attempting to get the settlement up and running. Dantooine is within reach of several other Rim worlds, and the Republic will need it as a resupply post if they are to keep a presence on the Rim. What else? I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time. The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that many worlds were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and the Republic fleet was almost decimated. While it is said that Revan and several Republic heroes and Jedi defeated Malak, in many ways Malak had already won. The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. In time, the Republic might recover, but if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, then the Republic will collapse. What else would you like to know? Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why? If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith. No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khoon and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
Отлично. Так, вся компания в сборе. Уровень солдат. Пойдем.
Something.
Два оружия. А ты чё? У нас стрелком будет так, умение. Энергокостюм 10. Ну, это лучше всего будет ему. Яд, скрытность, щиты. Яд, световой меч. %25 к рубящему, 15% к рубящему. С ловкостью. Пояс разведчика, пускай будет разведчиком. Мудрость, телосложение, физ сила. Ну, пока ему это сойдет как раз. Так, я хотел ему бластера поставить. Хотя тут пушка здоровая есть. Ничего так.
I hear you.
There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused. I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is. And it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, It has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you, and if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise. Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself. That is hard. A force bond? What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand. No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave. I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need. I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection. Thoughts. Images, perhaps, but not actual communication and words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent. I do not know. I know it is. I've never heard of a bond being lethal. That is...
Больше показывать нечего.
Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi, but the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile. I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out? Do you have a record of this trial? Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance, with your permission. I appreciate your trust. Thank you. I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the order.
Ну ладно.
Did you know that exile is a rare sentence? It is not really something that the order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice. I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence, but I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs. You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of the Force, how to hear it sing within others, within the life around Dantooine. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different, we could all feel it, and I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance. It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost. Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked. It is not time, if there ever is a time. I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic. I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance, only my own inability to find them. While the Enclave trained me for many things, I am afraid that the life of a bounty hunter was not among them. I suspect my turning away from the Force is also a hindrance in such cases. I imagine the Jedi would be easier to find if I still maintained my connections to the Force. You have? Where have they gone? And why? Like you? Curious. It is unlike the Jedi to vanish when the Republic is in need of them, and the Republic is more in need of them now than ever. Perhaps the Sith have learned from Malak's defeat and have chosen a different tactic. It is like them to strike from the shadows. This has Revan's mark on things. Though gone from the galaxy, perhaps something of Revan's teachings remain.
В этих вещах угадывается след Ревна. Хоть она и ушла из галактики, наверное, что-то из ее учения осталось. Вообще-то Ревн это он.
Yes. I do not know if you heard of the civil war on Korriban, but it was caused by Revan's absence. From what I have been able to determine, a year after the battle with the Republic fleet that almost wiped the Republic out, Revan simply left. When Revan did not return, the factions among the Sith turned on each other, as all those that follow the Sith do in time. That is a question I have found no answer, but it must have been important for Revan to leave as he did. He did nothing lightly, and his plans often could not have been felt for months or even years.
Короче, ладно, пойдем. Световым мечом. Так, датапад приказа от Зекула. Так, датапад содержит приказы Аскула, лидера наемников Дантуини. Брук пошел в анклав в одиночку. Возьмите полный отряд и схватите джедая живьем. Привезите его в укромное место пещеры пиратов для будущей доставки Нар-Шадар. За него дадут хорошую награду. Вот он как раз там и сидит.
I hear you.
Так, вы нашли у сталкера завещание. Там написано, что его имущество остается другому мертвому сталкеру, которого вы нашли. Так, Дорале, несомненно, будет интересно изучить тела и завещания погибших сталкеров. Так, датапад содержит завещание, мертвый салон. Так, да. Это уже все прочитано было.
I am ready.
I hear you.
Из светлого места анклав джедаев превратился в склеп. В общем-то. Музыка жутко играет. Жутковато наигрывается.
together then!
Is someone out there? Anybody? Help! Lagrix are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here! Yes, I am. I locked the door in here. I thought I was gonna be Lagrek compost. Did you take care of them, stranger? Please, take care of them. I can't stand much more of this. If you do
Меня там уже с вилами и топорами ждут.
Is that you?
Что, еще не все, что ли? Не понимаю. По центру еще не открыл ничего. Хорошо, хорошо. Что тут еще производит такое? Обработка ран. Ну, тоже неплохо. Миссия докачай боевую медитацию.
You have left me an opening! You have left me an opening!
Опа!
My Legrex! You killed them! They're my pets! I'm not a thief! People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving. I'm KV, and this is my home. Now there's nothing to stop them from coming back. They're taking things that are Jedi and not theirs. That's wrong. I am a Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi. I was studying here when Darth Malak and the Sith came. I was outside the Enclave when my master left me at the Mandalay estate. Shen protected me. But the Sith came asking questions. All the Mandalays died. But I hid. Even when the estate was burning, I hid. So I hide. I'm hiding until my master returns. You were? I had no idea. You aren't anymore? Are there any Jedi left? They are like me. I thought I was alone. Are there any masters? But what should I do? I just don't know what I should do.
Ничего себе. Вот такого я не помню. Сколько раз игру проходил, какая-то джедайка тут попадалась. Как раз, наверное, из-за этого. Из-за того, что у нас установленный контент.
There was just no one else to talk to. It's been so hard. But just knowing I'm not alone. There are others like me. It may be enough. I know that was wrong. I'll stop. I was just trying to get enough credits to eat. But I'll think of something else. Something that doesn't hurt anyone. I found some things. I don't know how to use them. Here, you can have them. I had a holocron, but it said terrible things. I threw it far away. It told me the Jedi were no more, that I needed to survive and do anything to protect my home. They're a bad holocron? I thought it was a dead Jedi Master trying to help me. He sounded so reasonable. The holocron was more forceful the longer I learned. It frightened me. I threw it into the ruins. I went back to find it, but the salvager stole it. It was my only teacher. I don't know. I'll try to find a master to teach me. There have to be some left. I'm not going to use the Force until I find one. So much has gone wrong. Should I feel bad that I feel better? But I still need to find a master. The lessons I learned, I think I need to unlearn them. And also with you. Thank you!
Короткий световой меч. Так, и чё там? А, ну вот она и завалила их, короче, получается, да? Ну, хотя нет, это мастер рук, наверное. Так. Все это, конечно, печально. Смотреть на это все. Сломанная джедайка будет, скорее всего. Очередная. Здесь только на карусанты и лететь. Тогда, может, и толку будет. Тогда ей помогут. Жаль, такого ответа не было. Надо было ее на карусант отправлять.
Is that you? You must be...
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Legrex had me for sure. It's all Tapelay's fault. She said the entryway to the sublevel was safe enough. This area has hardly been explored.
We barely got in here, and then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for Legrex. Then before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way, and they left me to die. No, I didn't get anything. Now I'd just like to leave. Fine. I did grab a couple of things from the room we were in, but it's just Jedi garbage. Now, I hadn't thought of that. We could arrange something like that. That would work. I managed to grab 3 things. One's some sort of crystal, and the other looks like parts. For a lightsaber, maybe, I don't know. If you give me 1,300 credits, you can have it all. Now, that'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No return. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,300 credits and you make off. You can buy it from me here or at the salvager.
Ну ладно, посмотрим.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get passage back home. I hope that junk is worth it to you, I really do. I'm going to the salvager camp. It'll take some time to get things in order. Come visit if you like, but if you don't like what you bought, it isn't my problem.
Давай, иди отсюда. Ой, превосходный деструктивный эмиттер. Дуэльная линза, желтый кристалл. Так, ну что там, нас, по-моему, кто-то около входа ждет. Прикольно, атмосферное, конечно, место так воссоздано, разрушено. Так прикольно.
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself and
Это зря.
For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless. Negotiations are not possible. A deal has been made with anxious people. People you do not cross. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
Ну окей. Хорошо. Ты ко мне сначала попробуй еще подойди, дурачок. А тут столько всего набрал. Так, мы нашли обоих сталкеров, которые ищут Дарейлу.
Who is that? Oh, you go down into the sub-levels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense? It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open. You have? You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their personal effects. no reward, too. You've proven very helpful. I have to go take care of something. I'll talk with you later.
Так, что у нас там есть? Ну что, пойдем к мастеру в руку.
I am listening.
What is it?
Так, сколько там уже стрим-то идет? 2:39.
I am listening.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave. We are highly trained veterans, and you're just a settler with a toy blaster. We're taking the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa, and that is the end of that. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now. I follow my orders, and nothing you can offer will change that. Besides, we're gonna get rich off the bounty for this Jedi. I warned you, but I'm glad you didn't listen. Attack, men!
Ну все, и сейчас вот тут капли соседи. Так, раз. Два.
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict. Do you honestly believe 6 mercenaries could keep a Jedi Master hostage? You still have no faith in the Jedi Council. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused. I need to get to Kunda and warn them. They could be attacked at any moment. If you wish to prove yourself, then do so. Kunda's in danger and they need our help. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Kunda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
Так, основное прокачано. Теперь надо что-нибудь такое. Может, тут это? Пожалуй, это сейчас пригодится.
I am ready.
В этом датабазе содержатся приказы от Аскула, старшим офицером наемника. Наемники недавно заключили тайный союз с биржей и планируют неотвратимое нападение на Кунду. До смерти управляющей Адри биржа сможет использовать Дантуин для своей противоположной противоправной деятельности при полном неведении республики. Все приготовления для нападения наемников уже сделаны, и атаковать Кунду они могут в любой момент. Так, вы встретили магистра в руку, но у него не было времени на разговоры с вами. Вы подозреваете, что вам еще выпадет шанс поговорить с ним, когда разберетесь с угрожающими Кунде наемниками. Сейчас сходим, поспрашиваем, что там им. Ну, туда. А еще мне надо бы сходить, конечно, к кораблю. На корабль сходить нужно на верстак. И, короче, этим... улучшить предметы.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of.
Опять.
And I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. That is correct, and I want you to help me. According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, You will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services. You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
You could have guided the situation to a better outcome.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
Defend yourself! This battle is joint! Everyone, on their
Да. На что они рассчитывают, непонятно. Так, что у нас получается? Оборона Конда. Вы узнали, что наемники заключили тайну. Так, это все понятно. Там лучше джедай тоже читал. Опять я не туда пошел.
Hey, get away from that door.
Да, молодец, молодец. У вас тут вот не там, где надо.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
Так, чем я могу помочь?
Is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle. Right now, just us and the militia. I don't want to create a needless panic. But be assured I will make sure that all civilians are warned in time so they can get to safety. Though if we lose this battle, nowhere on Dantooine will be safe for settlers for long. Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
Так, управляющий отчаянно ищет любой помощи в отражении предстоящего нападения наемников, которым вы можете оказать ей все, что вам удастся сделать в Кунде. Ну, понятно.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from George? Excellent. How did you deal with Joran? Really? You must have been very persuasive. I'm relieved this situation is finally resolved. You have more than earned this reward. Thanks for the help.
The Administrator's the only hope we have. Without her, the settlers would just squabble amongst themselves.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along.
Insoranaka me gunsoji, nepchi una bola mon.
Так, состояние турели. Турели активно настроены на атаку дружественных и враждебных целей. Получи сигнал тревоги на базе.
I feel better. Thanks.
Дроиды ломаные. Так, нафиг мне сдался. Мне нужен сейчас техник будет. Атрибуты. Ловкость. Так. Он верстак, да, у нас получается. И сюда. Угу. Так, верстак. Модификации. У меня тут столько всего. Первое, то, что я сделаю, это сменю нахрен этот кристалл. Ага. Я хотел себе белый, ну нифига, да? Ух, ёп. Отражение бластера, светлая сторона, плюс 3 к ловкости, плюс 3 к физической силы, модификатор атаки, мудрость. И все 33 плюшки, короче. Урон, отражение бластера. Неплохо. А если другой поставить? 6.24. 6.24. 24. Вот криту нужно добавить. Так, что у меня там еще? Лазер, да? Это линза. А мне какая стоит? Плюс 1 к атаке, отражение. Так, синтезированная байротсинская линза. Запомнил. Ага. Ладно, пускай так будет. Так, кто у нас там еще со световым мечом должен сейчас бегать? Наверное, Крей нужно, мне кажется, поставить. Наконец-то шашку световую. У нас там Джедай Страж или кто он там у нас будет? Короткий световой меч. Пускай желтенький будет. А, еще Вивас надо будет эту самую модификацию меча сделать. Оранжевый кристалл, но это неудивительно. Ну чё, бабулька? Писак у тебя есть. Сколько у тебя? 5.23. А меч 5.16. Ей идет. Знает, кто она. Так, сейчас минус. Нафиг. Вивас. Рукопашник. Тут боевую медитацию надо докачать.
Serve. I hear you. How may
Ну
I
все, прям все с этим, с световыми мечами. Так, Вивас, нафиг. Иди сюда.
I am ready.
I'm ready. Так, сюда. Так, это я докачал. Прицелы. Ну, пускай винтовка мочит, пофиг мне. Так, с роботами я разобрался. Теперь надо что-то с турелями наверное, делать, да?
What do you want? She was the agricultural. Wait, but after the farm, they're all a farmer here and there. So
Charanana gundoso remine aquelorak. Charanana gundoso remine aquelorak tu catada. Fiera tora pada no ringa tel camarada tel fibu nubu de bicarana cenirara. Teriwana jun conata del raguno antunna. Dai rinto run kawre papanala ranchinga. Derace we minuto torere senisensen. Der rinto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan gorsada nane gra delunuta choloren. Teriwana jun conata del raguno antunna. Dai rinto run kawre papanala ranchinga. Derace we minuto torere senisensen. Der rinto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan gorsada nane gra delunuta choloren. Teriwana jun conata del raguno antunna. Dai rinto run kawre papanala ranchinga. Derace we minuto torere senisensen.
Ну ёлы-палы. Оно на автосохранение было, а? Ну, вали.
Der rinto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan gorsada Charanana gundo.
Так, что у нас там? Управляющий отчаянно ищет любую помощь, и все, что вам удалось сделать, то помню. Будет высоко оценено. Так. Что еще надо? По поводу турелей. Надо сохраниться, попробовать, какой результат будет посмотреть. Может уже все и хватит. Сейчас разберемся, да и все. Если что, загрузиться можно будет.
Do you require anything else, Jedi? Our militia. Besides that, Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach soon. All the civilians will be.
I was right about you. You are trouble. But you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans? We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done. Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside Kunda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up. I've had some men. The side security door to Kunda has been malfunctioning as long as we got some broken assault droid. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Kunda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince. I don't know if When you're ready, come back.
Угу. Так, рассказал вам получение. Так, новых людей надо сюда притащить. Оружие. Надо, короче, починить. Ты что скажешь?
Been told to provide you with anything you need. We have to keep the news of the mercenaries' plans quiet for now, before you panic.
Insoranaka me Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rika san. Wala kun bisking mong pal muliras nemo poiduana.
Так. Защитная дверь.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment.
Вот снаружи что где-то, я чуть не понимаю.
Thanks for the help. Since you're asking me, I suppose I could. I figure I still owe you for helping me with my thief problem. Zeron has asked me several times before to join the militia. So I expect he's going to be very pleased.
Так. Отлично. Надо этот самый, как его...
What do you want? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too fond of my job, but it's better than the job I'd have if the Mercs took over.
Отлично. Где-то этот самый хрен сидел.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto kurkatada. Fiadoratore padano ringa tel camarada tel fibu nubu da bikarana chenira.
Так, еще. Надо в эту самую площадку сходить. На посадочную площадку смотаться. Там тоже, по-моему, человек валяется. Да и сидит.
Greetings, Jedi. May I be a... If
You again. What do you want? I'm busy. Nope, I'm way too busy. Can't you tell? I'm a mechanic. I'd like to see you do a better job at fixing the droid's security. You again.
Турели-то я починил. Ладно, пофиг него. Надо этот самый... сходить к наемникам.
Yes. What is it?
Еще тут, по-моему, чувак какой-то должен торчать. Так, стоп.
They Thanks for helping out the militia.
Ой, нифига. Нифига. Ну, значит, наемником.
Yes.
Там пара союзников должно быть. Один-то точно там, по сути. Там это бабулька или кто там она была, какая-то баба, блин. Такая на этот, с характером таким нарывистым. Может, она поможет. Ты скажешь?
Jaren says you saved him down there. Next time you should ask for a reward.
Стоп.
Ah, the traveler has returned. I hope the Dantooine is providing suitable distraction and entertainment for you. So, what should we talk about? I have no real desire to put myself in harm's way for Dantooine. They haven't exactly made the salvager's stay here pleasant.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I really hope the Jedi salvage you bought was worth it. I meant what I said about no returns, though. I need the money to go home. But it's nice to see you again, regardless. I hadn't even thought of that. I know the militia will take just about anyone. I need the credits and would like working with people who'll actually watch your back. Well, I want to think it through, but I think I might just go to Kunda and sign up. Thanks for the idea.
Так, еще один есть. И теперь сюда.
What? Who is that? You were really helpful. What do you want? You aren't serious, are you? I'll assume it's a joke, because you don't look that dumb. No, I won't join any flaming militia.
Твои проблемы. По-моему, все. Кто-то не хочет, кто-то хочет вступать, так что, по-моему, все. Больше тут не знаю, кого еще привлечь. Ладно, попробуем сейчас. Попробуем. Главное, чтобы сейчас мины не ликвидировали нахрен. Народу дофига уже.
you are trouble. But the mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to... That's good to hear. Fill me in on the details when you're ready to finalize our battle plans. You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack. All right, then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed? The battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad? All right. Where do you want the third squad, the new recruits? Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership. Once either one of us clears the area of mercs, we'll both be heading inside to guard the administrator. That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be good to put our best soldier there. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Kunda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come. Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words. All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
То, что предстоит, опасно, но важно. Важно для друзей и семьи. Враги хотят отобрать у вас все, что им ценности, и нам придется целиком посвятить себя тому, чтобы остановить их. Так что оглядитесь, вот за что мы и боремся. Каждому из нас необходимо прикрывать друг друга. Мы можем победить, если будем работать в команде.
You're much better with words than me. I think it'll really help. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
Так. Сейчас я в этот отряд забегу и просто долбану там нахрен этой самой силой своей. Они все разлетят сейчас в пух и прах. Я же говорил. Можете сколько угодно сюда отправлять. Сейчас еще и разнесу. Так, где они там? Ой. Какой вы потеряли слишком много солдат, блин. Ты чё?
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem. Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's Academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Ну и дурак. А, что у нас тут есть? Основной я прокачал. Яда длится. Мастерская получает бонусы до быстрыцы. Ну ладно, пускай будет. Мне почему-то кажется, сейчас кто-то улетит по полной в стенку. С такой силой.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this threat. We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient. I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish. We are at war, but it is unlike any war we have fought before. We have yet to even meet our attackers in battle. Somehow our enemy is targeting us through the Force, striking, then retreating to the shadows. The gathering of any Jedi seems to attract them like a beacon. So it was necessary to divide our forces and conceal ourselves for a time until we could learn more of this threat. Great tragedies, old battlegrounds. Places of suffering all leave wounds on the galaxy and in the Force. In such places the deaths of so many echo. So much so that it is difficult to center oneself. By coming here, those echoes serve to mask my presence, allowing me to investigate the ruins and try to find some clues as to who our attackers are. The Miraluka world of Qatar taught us a terrible lesson. Many Jedi gathered there in an attempt to use the Force to find the location of the enemy. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the planet ceased to exist. I was not on Qatar when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo, like Dantooine. It was after Qatar that the few of us left realized that wherever we gathered, we were placing others in danger, not just Jedi. You have more questions for me?
Ну, ладно, это
There
тоже.
are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack. You have more questions? Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders. Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force. Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. Though it seems unlikely the Sith would bother with you. For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me? You have seen the end of your trial. Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge. That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences. There is little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicion.
Вот оно что.
And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should.
Так и с Энакином
His
Скайуокером.
speculations would not help you now. But enough of
Опасались, но
this.
приняли. А тут...
It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. You have more questions for me? I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. Using the Force as a weapon is a sticky issue. Many Jedi feel it leads to the dark side. My experience has taught me that it's lack of discipline that leads a Jedi astray. Use this form with proper restraint, and it will enhance the potency of your Force attacks. However, if you are reckless with this form, you will quickly drain your Force energy.
Это использовать темную сторону, но не во вред себе.
I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
Все, короткий световой меч. Так, заблудшие джедаи поговорили с мастером Вруком на Дантуине. Он согласился встретиться с вами на анклаве джедаев на Дантуине, когда вы соберете всех магистров джедаев. Так. Все. Все, на Дантуине все. Пойдем обратно на корабль. Может, что делать нечего особо. Ну, как-то вот прикольно сделали. Что-то похожее на битву. Опять. Да. Наверное, им надо проиграть, я даже не знаю.
Systems failing, Master.
Пошлите в жопу дроиды.
I received an urgent communication for you from Kavar. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
А, это этот самый. Обратно. Дарон.
The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more. You are right, but there is something more at work here. The attacks on Qatar, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong, but I cannot pinpoint what. It's like their connections have become sickened, damaged. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand and then it just slips away.
Так, Кельбор, Дакстана, такс. Обратно. Болтать я пока не буду ни с кем. Короче... Летим на... Нет. Короче, по сюжету пока на Доксан летим. Там и остановимся. Думаю. Там посмотрим, что дальше делать. Именно сюжетку. Сейчас двину вперед. На Луну. Джунгли. Вот, короче, пролетел я сюда, и на этом пока хватит на сегодня. Вот. Он будет в следующей серии поболтать с ними, что и не расскажет, но чего интересного. Вот, спасибо, короче, кто смотрел, кто будет смотреть. Вот. В общем, еще продолжим.